Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine show that talks about different aspects of Silliman University, a program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. You are watching #Silliman. Hello there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Maayong gabi and dagang salamat for making us as your Monday night company. And I understand, welcome back to school. And kamusta ang first week of the school year 2025-2026, meron ka na bang new crush? Or meron ka na bang favorite friend of the year? Well, we are rooting for you. We are rooting for a productive school year. And speaking of school year here in Silliman University, tuloy pa rin ang ating commitment in building competence, character, and faith. And of course, paying commitment as well to the 5 C's of Silliman, and one of which is the court and the field. And tonight, friends, we have invited people who have really the eyes, no, for the bullseye. Yes, I'm talking about our archery team here in Silliman University, and I can't wait to introduce them. So allow me to begin with their coach, no? Very pretty, no? Very young and very dynamic. We have a faculty from the junior high school. We have Miss Darlene Banglos. Ma'am Darlene, maayong gabi and welcome to #Silliman.
Yes, good evening and hello, Sillimanians.
Ayan, fresh na fresh ma'am, no?
Yes.
We'll ask later anong sikreto ni Ma'am Darlene. Okay. We also have here friends from the junior high school. We have Mariella Liza Valbuena. Mariella, welcome to the program.
Good evening.
And of course, we also have from junior high school as well, Davayn Philip Mason. Davayn, welcome to the show. Ayan. Smile naman. And of course, we have here from the senior high school, suki na ito ha, ng #Silliman. We have Naina Dominique Tagle.
Hello, everybody.
Ayan, welcome to the show, guys, and welcome back to school, no? Now, let us begin our conversation first with your recent participation on games. Miss Darlene, what have been the recent competitions that these archers have been part of?
Okay, the recent competition these 3 archers part of was the Palarong Pambansa, which was held last week of May in Lawag, Ilocos Norte. And of course, during the Palarong Pambansa, our team, we represented the Region 7. And
hindi pa ang NIR, it's still Region 7.
Yes, still Region 7. So the NIR will start this coming school year.
Pa.
Yes.
Okay.
So we had the overall champion in
Wow,
archery.
congratulations.
It's a back-to-back overall because last year during the Silver and Cebu, Region 7 also got the overall champion for archery.
Oh.
And same this year.
Okay. So, congratulations guys, no? Parang kinakain lang nila yung victory they're eating victory for breakfast. But of course, all of this did not come easy, no? You
Yes.
underwent, I'm very sure, and still undergoing rigorous preparations, no? So, share to us your preparations because when we had Naina previously in the show, she would share to us that she had to wake up early for this morning routine, so on and so forth. So I'd like to start with Mariella here. Mariella, what have been the secrets, no, of being a champion, back-to-back champion, ma'am? No, tama
Yes,
ba? For archery.
Just training and discipline and consistency, maybe.
Yeah. How often do you train, Mariella? Is it also every day?
If I have free time, then I train. But if I'm really busy with my studies, then I can't train.
Okay. So, but that just means that you really give priority, no, to academics. Thank you so much. How about you,
Davayn?
Davayn? What have also been your preparations? Do you have this morning exercises? Do you have morning practices?
So I just train a lot and sometimes I lift weights. That's it.
How about on your in practicing and working out your precision? Because you have to be precise, right? How do you also get to enhance that?
By just staying consistent.
Consistent. All right. So sa kanya, ma'am, is if she has time, she practices. Wow. And then for Davayn, it's more on lifting. No?
Yes.
I think that's also more on concentrating, as he says. No? So how about on your part, ma'am, as a coach? How do you also make sure that they get inspired, they stay on track, they are on focus, so on and so forth?
Since I'm also teaching, aside from handling the coaching in archery, so I also balance my time. So every
Oh, man, you yourself have to balance
my
your
time.
tasks. Yeah.
So usually during class days, I make sure that they will practice Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday, they will be practicing with their trainers since there's no regular school days for the entire day. So they have to go to their trainers, and then Thursday and Friday, they will practice again in our archery range. And then, of course, I monitor them just to make sure that they're there practicing. And we practice from 5:30 to 7:30. And then after that, after practicing, I encourage them to do jogging afterwards. And of course, with the help of Naina, she's the team captain of the archery.
My leader pala kayo
Yes,
dito.
we have a very
Reliable.
reliable, very good leader for the archery team.
That's nice. So, with the support also of your
Yes.
coach, with the proper monitoring, no, I think we have all the ingredients, no, na
and
sumakses.
yes, and with the support also of the parents.
Yes, of course.
Yes, very
Right.
important. No, without the support of the parents, this will not be possible.
True. And of course, we thank our parents for being that support
Hands-on.
system,
Hands-on.
and that's really an expression of their love,
Yes,
no, for their
every
children.
tournament they're there.
Yeah.
Oo, present all the time. So di ko
Wow.
siya pwede ma-absent.
Well, shout out to all our parents there who are really very supportive to their children. Now, I'm very curious to learn from Naina, from Marielle, and Davayn, no, about their concept of competition, their concept of losing, their concept of winning. Because as they say that if there are failures, you don't let it get into your heart. And if there are winnings, you don't let it get into
Your
your
brain.
head. So how about you guys? How do you handle the concept of competition, the concept of winning, the concept of losing? Naina, you'd like to start?
Sure. The way I see competition is that I just try to get into the headspace that I'm just practicing. I'm not really there to beat people, but to be better than what I was during like the last competition like that. So I don't want to focus on my opponents. I want to focus on myself. Na like I
Wow.
won't compare myself to others or their scores during the games. Okay, that will really mess with my mental
With
like
your
my
presence
game,
of
yeah, my
mind.
presence of mind during the game.
Wonderful. So you are assuming that, okay, this is just another practice and I
Yes.
will not focus or think of them, it's me versus me.
Yes.
Wonderful. How about losing? Because I'm sure it was not all gold medals in your journey. How do you process that this time I didn't win? How do you handle with
I
that?
process it like I don't think of it as like yeah, it's losing, but I don't think of it as like it's something to be sad about. It's a failure. I think of it as a learning and a humbling experience. Because sometimes it's true that winning gets into your head, and so I think of it as the Lord is just saying na ayog pa padako dira.
True.
You have to be humble. You
Yeah.
have to be. You have to realize that it's hard work that got you here, not just because you're there.
Yeah, wonderfully put, Naina. How about you, Marielle?
During competition, I'm usually pressured yun, but
Yeah.
I try myself to like I try myself to calm down and not before competition. And like same as Naina, I think of it as like practice. And then there are times good na like maguba ko kay pressure ko. So I think of it na it's okay kay I can bawi or magput kay there are like other ends and other
Exactly.
sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you say that you are convincing yourself to calm down, do you listen to some music? What do you do? What is your ritual?
I usually just listen to music or I talk to coach
Mm.
and maybe like drink water.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah, because our brain needs hydration for us to think and focus properly. Thank you so much, Maria. How about you, Davayn? What's also your concept of being part of a competition?
Whenever I join a competition, all I think about is just putting my arrows into the yellow. That's all I think about.
Wow.
Yes.
And the snacks that I'll get afterwards.
That's very important, the kind of reward that you also give to yourself, right? Now, we're just going to pause for a short break. But since we've already touched the reward, I'm also curious, Ma'am Darlene, how do you also affirm and validate their winnings? And you guys, how do you reward yourself after a good game? Friends, all of that and more when #Silliman returns. Please stay with us.
Silliman University, a place where every corner tells a story of dedication, growth, and excellence. But beyond our classrooms, our school has fostered a revolution against waste. Our story is a passionate call for environmental responsibility, directly tackling waste challenges often faced by big institutions. And this all began with a move in the right direction, the bold step to reinforce policies and firmly ban plastics in campus. This is the Silliman University Waste Management Success Story.
Here at Silliman University, we take a role as stewards of God's creation seriously. Thus, it was imperative for us to develop environment principles, policies, and guidelines.
Silliman University has published, after approval of the Board of Trustees, its guidelines, principles, and policies on environmental sustainability. And zero waste plastic or a plastic ban is part of that.
Taking care of the environment is not an easy task. It requires passion, commitment, resilience, and initiative. Change does not happen overnight, so we can only do so much. In Silliman University, students are expected to go beyond what's expected. And so, for every event that they organize, they are required to submit protocols and zero waste management plan before their events are given approval.
At Silliman University, our education transcends textbooks.
At Silliman, this isn't just a bag, it's a stance against disposable culture.
We're taught to be stewards of the earth. Every reusable bottle, every cloth bag, and every sustainable choice we make stems from a profound lesson that our actions, however small, shape our future.
So Silliman University as an educational institution is in a very unique position to be able to teach the students from early childhood all the way up to college these environmental principles to help them rethink their lifestyles and their consumption patterns to choose products that are kinder to the environment.
Silliman University operates a materials recovery facility wherein the Buildings and Grounds Department segregates the waste materials into 3 categories: recyclables, biodegradables, and residuals. The recyclable materials are processed and retained in the facility. Meanwhile, the residuals are collected by the Environmental and Natural Resources Office of Dumaguete and are deposited to the Bayawan City landfill.
Silliman University is living proof that our commitment is not only to education but also to protecting our planet and to our community. These principles, policies, and guidelines that our university has outlined, they're not only a set of rules and policies, they are a promise to our youth and to our planet. A promise that we should take care of our natural resources, our flora and our fauna here in our university as well. With this, we are encouraging the youth to take action and inflict positive change with regards to the different environmental pressing issues in our society today.
Our school is not only committing to a greener tomorrow, but also building a culture where environment is a priority. Through simple and collective actions, we strive for a greener, cleaner future for all, and most importantly, a hopeful today.
These are Silliman's ways of not only protecting our world, but also making it a better place. Here's to a responsible environmental behavior.
Welcome back, and you're still watching #Silliman, and we're still joined by our friends who are champion lang naman. Back-to-back champion lang naman in archery. We have Marielle, Naina, and Davayn, or tama ba? Davayn.
Davayn.
No? And of course, Miss Darlene here. Now, earlier we were talking about being in the game and having that focus. How do you reward yourself, guys? Do you like, okay, for this weekend, I'm just gonna sleep. I'm not going to do any homework, or and then do you eat whatever you want to eat? How do you treat yourself? Let's start with Marielle.
Laag with TV.
Okay, laag. Okay. Yeah, that really helps a lot, no? And then hanging out with friends.
I usually just sleep.
Sleep
and watch movies.
Oh my goodness, that's very, very rewarding indeed. Okay. How about you, Naina?
Well, after the game, like I would give myself like maybe like 1 or 2 days to rest, not train, and just sleep at home, use my phone, or just hang out with my teammates after the game, or hang out with my family, spend time with them, and celebrate.
That's important because, you know, all of these are landmarks, and they are really, we're supposed really to celebrate landmarks in our lives, no? Either it's just a simple thing, no, we have to treat it as a landmark in our life, no? How about you, Davayn? What is your reward system for yourself?
If the tournament goes good, I just go to a restaurant, get some good food, and fill myself up.
Okay.
And ice cream.
Yeah.
What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay. Everybody loves chocolate. Now, how about you, Ma'am Darlene? What is also your words of affirmation, or how do you also extend your congratulations to your players?
By being there as a support to them. And of course, every after game, I make sure that they will not be putting the award that they receive in their head.
True.
And then I'm always tell them that to be humble all the time, and then just keep on practicing and focus. And just in case during tournaments, sometimes of course it cannot be avoided that sometimes they missed an arrow. Okay, so what I tell them is just focus on the next arrow.
Okay.
Do not focus on the previous arrow that missed because you cannot do anything about it. So just focus on the next arrow and then just shoot and focus on the yellow in order for them to get or to cover up the missed arrows that
That's true. Because anyway, it's done.
Yes,
right?
it's done.
No, I'm just curious, and I want to ask this to you, Miss Darlene, because I'm sure you have been with them for years now. What have been the growth that you have seen in them, and how did their participation in sports positively affected, the development that you have seen through the years?
I was with this archery team for 3 years. I started as a coach after the pandemic. So since 2022. And of course, I have seen a lot of improvement from these archers. Of course, starting from Davayn, who started in grade 7, okay, and then in grade 8, and then of course Naina, with the help of Naina, because Naina is already been shooting or since elementary, no? And of course with another trainer, and from that area, though I'm a new coach for the archery, and archery is not actually my main sports, no. So I'm with volleyball actually, but although I'm from a different sports, I of course tried my best also to learn archery and try to train also from their trainer in order for me to, of course, experience, hands-on experience.
Okay.
And of course, I can also relate what's going on with them while shooting, because it's not that easy. So being an archer is you have to be focused, and then you have to be. It should be every day. If you missed 1 week of training, then it's not good, because you have to again try to reassess yourself.
You have to
Catch up. So that's why every day they have to be there and then present. So if somebody's absent during the training, I really insist that they should return and then practice.
Right. So with proper guidance, monitoring, and in a way, being really on the track, and getting that focus, because it's a game of accuracy and precision, right?
And it's a game between not with your opponent but with yourself.
Right. So I don't know. I think that's very difficult. That when you're about to let go of the arrow, you just have to think of hitting the bullseye.
Yes.
Right. Now, let us talk about you guys also, as far as your experiences are concerned. I understand there must be some important moments, or what we call unforgettable moments as archery players, and it's something that you really hold so dear in your heart, because you learned so much from that experience, no? So if you were to choose from this set of experience, what would it be? Probably Naina can share first, because siya ang captain, di ba? The captain of the group.
I think one of the most memorable parts of like each game has to be like the start of the game. Like where my teammates huddle, like pray for protection, guidance, and focus, and we have a cheer and yell that we like to scream before each match to let out the nervousness. And I find that really like memorable, because it impacts us, like everybody's in this game together, and it also like
it conditions your mind.
It conditions our mind, and it also kind shows the other opponents that we're here and we're loud.
So for you, it's always the start of the game,
Yes.
the pre-game chants and prayers. Okay, wonderful. How about you,
Davayn?
The moments that I love the most is whenever I get a medal.
Okay. And then, who's the first person that you usually text or inform that you got a medal?
My dad.
Your dad. Okay. Because it's always good to share our winning, no,
Yes.
our victory, because of course these people are so proud to us, no. How about you, Marielle?
The same as Naina actually. Like, before a game, we do warm up and then our cheer. And then Naina encourages.
Wait, na-intrigan ako sa cheer nyo. I think we should listen to your cheer. What is that cheer? Can you do a short version of your cheer?
Sige, go.
Okay, let's hear it in 1, 2, 3, go.
Kaya?
Kaya.
Kaya?
Kaya.
Louder.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it. Sarap naman.
Okay. Ganun pala, kaya.
Yeah.
Okay, kaya.
Even after every practice, they
that's their
do, yeah.
that's their battle cry. That's a very good motivator, no? Kaya, no? Kakayanin.
Kaya.
Ba't ako nabubulol? Now, guys, as a player of archery, how do you parang transfer your learning? And when I say transfer of learning, how do you parang apply the skills that you learn in archery in real life? Like, for example, oh, you're able to dodge something. Wow, that's so dramatic. But do you have something like that, like, in school, you really get to also use your skill set in archery? Like, how do you do it, Naina?
Well, what I apply, like what I've learned in archery is that you move on from your mistakes. If let's say you shoot like a bad score or something, you move on from that because there will always be another ahead of you. It's never over. There's always a next time.
Wow, I love that reminder, Ma'am
Yes,
Darlene. No?
that's true.
That's very true. Ma'am Marielle. How about you, Marielle?
Yeah, the same as Naina. Because like I just learned to accept that I win or lose sometimes because it is what it is, and it's God's plan, and we can't do anything about it.
And we're bound to lose. We're bound to commit mistakes. But the good news is it will never be over. Just have to try and try and try.
Just keep on practicing.
Yeah.
That's the secret there. Just practice and practice and practice.
Yeah.
So every game is not the end. So there's another game. So you keep on practicing.
Yeah. How about you?
It's the same as theirs.
Copy-paste na rin. Because, and I really agree. I'm in the fourth member. I would say I agree with that. Wow. Because, that's really what sports inspire us to keep moving forward and just beating that old version of ourselves to become a better version. No?
And we can apply that to school, life, no matter what, bad grade, move on, work harder.
In relationships,
yes.
no?
Yeah. And even focusing, you can also apply that one in your studies.
Wonderful. Now at this point, let's also celebrate your victory by being grateful. They said that gratitude is the best way to celebrate all the winnings in our life. So I'd like to give this time to you guys to give a shout out or acknowledge all the people you'd like to thank. Marielle, you'd like to start?
My family, friends, and Coach Ruel, Ma'am Darlene, and then my teammates, of course, and then God.
Yes. Naina.
I'd like to thank all of the people that have supported me all the way here. I'd like to thank, of course, my teammates here with me, Ma'am Darlene, who has been coaching me for 3 years, my 2 coaches, Coach Ruel and Coach Jing. Thank you for training me and getting me to where I am. I'd also like to thank Coach Saldo for being one of the first coaches that have coached me through my journey. I thank my family for supporting me no matter the hardships or unsa ka mahal. You guys are always there to wake me up. I also thank the Lord for His plans for me and that He has blessed me with these talents and these gifts that I can share with everybody else and do it for His glory.
Davayn.
I'm thankful that my parents, my coaches, my trainers, my teammates, and my friends all helped me physically and mentally through my archery career.
Yeah. I like the archery career.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Davayn. Miss Darlene, you'd like to also thank some important people,
yes. Right? So I would like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all these archers who are with us right now. And of course, also those who are not here right now, their teammates, the SORSAT team, and of course the parents who are very, very supportive. Every tournament they're there, every practice they're there. So every time I call for a meeting, they automatically present in our meeting. And the support that they give is not only the moral support, but also financial. Because of course we know that the equipment for archery is not that cheap. It's very expensive, and then they've spent a lot of
resources.
Yes, resources. So we thank the parents for that, and of course I also thank our principal in junior high and in senior high, who are also very supportive, because every time I ask for their permission regarding the tournament that these archers will join to, automatically they just approved, no, because it's for them.
Yeah.
It's their improvement, it's for their growth. And of course, for all the teachers also of these archers, because they understand that how these archers are going through. And so every time they have tournaments, of course, they said yes, they're excused, and they're willing to give makeup tests or whatever activities that they will have.
All right.
And of course, the most important is him above, because without him, everything is, yes, he's everything.
Yeah.
And because of that, we are here, and we're thankful. And to you also.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, for for having us here.
No, yeah, thank you, #Silliman. And of course, we thank you guys, no, for representing and bringing the flag of Silliman University, of the whole Region 7, and in the future, NIR. And we thank your parents, all your support systems. And Ma'am Darlene, thank you very much.
Yeah,
This
and then
is-
lastly,
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir Josh, I would like to say thank you also to the trainers, Coach Roel and Coach Jing, for very supportive also with these archers. So without them, we will not be having these archers who are with us right now.
Yes. No? And thank you so much, guys, for inspiring us. And probably to end our episode tonight, and I'd like to ask Naina this question. What is your advice or message, no, for those who also want to be an archer like you and to be successful in archery? No? Any message you'd like to give them?
For anybody, I'd like you guys to work hard, never give up, and know that even with the setbacks, it's never over. It's always about the comeback. It's never about that moment, because your life is not just that moment. It's your life.
Yeah. Thank you so much. No? And that note, dagang salamat and
I will-
congratulations.
And I would like to give a special shout out also to Coach Joy Marino, because without her, I won't be coaching the archery. Yes.
Coach Joy, hello,
yes,
hello. Thank
Coach
you so
Joy,
much.
yes.
All right. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. We are grateful and we congratulate you guys for all the championships, for all the victory. Keep soaring, keep targeting the bullseye. And as they say, if you never get it today, we still have tomorrow. And next week, we still have you as you watch our next episode. That will be all for this week. To God be the glory. Hello there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Support our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on your favorite episodes. And we also have a YouTube channel. It's still called #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, and click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. See you there. And of course, we are airing. That's every Monday night, 8 p.m. via Channel 6 Phil Products. And replays are aired every Tuesday before the noontime news and Saturday after the noontime news. On behalf of Ronelyn and Vailoces-No, this has been Joshua Soldivillo. Kita-kits next week, only here on
#Silliman.
Kaya!
Kaya!